Your company is in the market for an SD-WAN or a SASE solution, and you've heard of VeloCloud and you've heard of Cato Networks, or maybe your company has VeloCloud today and you're looking for a new solution and you've heard of Cato, or vice versa. But you want to know more about how these two solutions compare. Well, that's what this video today is about. My name is Mike Smith. I'm the president of AeroCom. Let's put our heads together on this. Hey, and if you'd like more information on VeloCloud or Cato, you'd like a demo for them, you'd like a quote on them, don't try to call them directly. You're actually going to get much better pricing and much better information if you reach out and contact me. Send me an email, give me a call. I'm a broker for all the major SD-WAN and SASE vendors out there, and I've been working for these companies since they were around. These companies, I've been doing this over 20 years, but SD-WAN really came out around 2016, so maybe around 9 years or so. But send me an email, give me a call. I will get you in touch with the right people. I'll make sure you get the best pricing. My customers get better pricing on these vendors than anyone else does. So give me a try. I'd love to help you. And I don't charge you anything for my services, so there's no excuse not to at least reach out and see what I have to say. All right, also don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel so you don't miss any of my weekly videos that I put out. And go check out our website, AeroCominc.com, where you can search SD-WAN and SASE vendors by feature. You can watch videos on them, read all kinds of cool information about them. It's really cool. Go check it out. So let's compare Cato Networks and VeloCloud. And what I like to do is break these comparisons down into 4 different categories: architecture, security, pricing, and extras. All right, let's talk about architecture. The first thing you want to know is both Cato Networks and VeloCloud are what I consider a cloud-enabled solution. So they have a cloud-enabled SD-WAN solution. If you want to know more about what that is, go check out my video on the different types of SD-WAN solutions out there. Cato Networks, however, takes it a step further. Not only are they a cloud-enabled solution, but they actually connect all of their global POPs with their own private backbone. So they have a fiber optic backbone that's global, and what that does, it gives them an advantage when it comes to reducing latency and packet loss and jitter across the network. So really gives them a sweet spot, especially when you're talking about global locations trying to communicate with the United States, where there might be a lot of distance there. Instead of traveling across the public internet, all your traffic on Cato travels across their private backbone. That also enables them to have cool features like TCP proxy. You can also watch my video on TCP proxy if you want to know more about that. Also, when it comes to architecture, you're going to want to know that Cato Networks and VeloCloud both offer what I call fast lanes to major cloud applications like AWS and Azure. So they do like peering with those, so that once you're in their SD-WAN cloud or SASE cloud, you're getting a faster, more secure connection to the large cloud applications. Both VeloCloud and Cato also offer zero-touch installation, and you basically push down all configuration changes from your portal to any hardware that's on site. So the configuration, you don't have to go and reboot appliances at every site. That's actually pushed down from the actual portal that you work in. So if you want to make firewall changes or any type of configuration changes to the SD-WAN or security, you just do it in the portal, and it pushes down to every single site without you touching any site. And lastly, both Cato Networks and VeloCloud are built on ZTNA principles when it comes to their architecture. So good to know. I know that's a hot button these days, and you're in the right place if that's what you're looking for with either provider. Okay, now let's talk about security, because this is a big differentiator between Cato Networks and VeloCloud. Cato Networks is what I would call a true SASE solution and a CASB solution as well. But VeloCloud is not. VeloCloud offers just stateful firewall as an option on their SD-WAN solution, which is not a SASE solution. A SASE solution, as you might have seen in my other videos, is when a service provider is providing SD-WAN and also next-gen security features like next-gen firewall. What that means is they're offering things like intrusion detection, intrusion prevention. They're offering content filtering, just a next level security solution as opposed to just the stateful firewall that VeloCloud has. Cato Networks and VeloCloud, when it comes to pricing, are very similar. Both price by bandwidth. So what that means is that they determine how much bandwidth you need at each individual site, and that site gets assigned a price based on that total amount of throughput that you need. So say a site that you have has 1 gigabit internet connection, your primary is a gigabit fiber internet connection, it's DIA, so it's synchronous. And then you have a backup business class cable connection that's also a gigabit connection. Well, what they're going to ask you is, at your busiest time, how much actual throughput do you need on the network? Meaning, are you using the full gig all the time, or are you only using at most like 100 meg and you guys just have a full gig there because, hey, it's kind of cheap to get bandwidth and it's good if anybody needs it for anything, but you're never really using it, you only need like 100 meg. Well, both service providers are going to price you at 100 meg. They're not going to have to price you at the full gig, but that's how their pricing works. It's by bandwidth, and the more bandwidth you need, the more expensive it gets per site. All right, let's talk about extras. Something I get asked a lot about is a lot of companies, when it comes to their SD-WAN network or SASE solution, they want high availability, which means you have multiple appliances at each site, a primary and a failover. Maybe you do active-active, maybe you do active-passive. Well, both Cato Networks and VeloCloud offer high availability if that's something you need. And when it comes to extras, Cato has a lot of little extra features they can add. One of them that is really popular among my customers is application management. If you want to know more about that, watch my video on Cato, my full review on them. I'll tell you more about that. But they have a lot of extra features, and it's really user-friendly to use those extra features. So that's that. Okay, so overall, you can hear the differences. So the main differences between Cato Networks and VeloCloud are, number one, Cato Networks connects all their global POPs with a private IP backbone. That really sets them apart. They also offer more security than VeloCloud. So Cato offers a full SASE solution or CASB solution if you want to go that far. And Cato Networks also has a few more extras than VeloCloud. So a little bit more offered, especially when it comes to security and network. So those are the main differences between the two. I hope that helps. Again, if you'd like more information or pricing, or want to see a demo on Cato Networks or VeloCloud or any other SASE or SD-WAN solution out there, don't call them directly. It'll be much better for you to reach out to me, send me an email, give me a call. I'm a broker for all these vendors. I will get you better pricing on these vendors than anyone else can. I've been doing this for over 20 years. I know the industry inside and out, and based on your company's requirements, I can tell you which vendors you should be using, introduce you to the best people to work with at these vendors, and make sure your company gets the best pricing with these vendors. And on top of all that, I don't charge your company a dime to work with me, because the service providers pay me my broker fee, so I don't need to charge you anything. So there's no excuse not to at least reach out to me and get my opinion on this stuff. I'd love to help you. So join the thousands of other IT departments who have used me to help them make a lot better decision in a fraction of the time. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss any of my weekly videos that I put out, and go check out our website, AeroCominc.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.